Here's Alice at 15 days old, taking a nap. Today she had the second newborn screening test that at this state is required by law for like the metabolic disorders, PKU and stuff like that. Hey everybody, this is a quick Alice update at 15 days old. She has been home with us now for a week and a day. And this past week we had some fun things happen. So we started taking walks every night. Usually we put her in a baby sling. We have just a really simple sling. But one night it was a little bit too hot for that, and we used a stroller. We have like just a sort of like a travel frame that the car seat sits in. And then we have an umbrella stroller for like later on. But so we just stuck her in the car seat in this travel frame and took a walk around the neighborhood. She tolerates everything really well. It's still pretty hot at night, still well into the 90s when we take these walks, but she doesn't seem to mind. It's nice to get fresh air. Oh, also this week Alice experienced her first rainstorm. It rains very rarely here, so when we get these little thunderstorms, people actually come out. As soon as it started raining, we went out to our front porch, and our neighbors across the street were all out too. So she met a couple neighbors, and I had her catch a raindrop on her head, and then I put her feet in a puddle, and she seemed to like it. Also this week we noticed that she will roll over. She will roll from her back to her stomach, but she can't roll off of her stomach, so she can get herself onto her stomach and then she starts crying because her face is all smashed into the bed or whatever. So that has me a little bit worried, but it was still a surprise. I didn't expect around 2 weeks for her to be rolling. She still has her umbilical cord stump, and I'm anxious for that to go away so we can take real baths and just enjoy that a little bit. Otherwise, she looks like she's gaining weight, doing pretty well. We are experiencing a family challenge right now, and it is that Alice has thrush, which is the candida yeast infection of the mouth. So, and it also affects my nipples. I'm hoping that this isn't going to become any sort of chronic thing. I know some people really struggle to get rid of the yeast infections, and then they continue to come back. Hers, I think, is because I received 3 doses of antibiotics during labor, and she had a week of antibiotics. I still haven't done my video on her NICU experience, but she was in the hospital for 1 week, taking 2 antibiotics the whole time for this sort of major infection that she had. And a lot of times when you take antibiotics, yeast infections proliferate. So normally I take acidophilus, which is a probiotic, to sort of keep things in check, and I've been doing that since well before she was born. But anyway, I guess we just got unlucky, and she got it anyway. So there's white patches inside her mouth, and we just took her to the pediatrician today to make sure that it couldn't be anything else and that there wasn't anything we were overlooking, since this is sort of our first experience with it. And they just prescribed an antifungal. So antifungal drops for her mouth, and then they gave us like a cream for because sometimes they can get a yeast diaper rash. She doesn't have that yet, but just in case we got this other medication. I'd really like to do gentian violet in the future if it comes back. But like I said, since this was our first experience, we just went to the pediatrician, and this is what she recommended. So I also need to treat my nipples. They're pretty painful. It was actually sort of the first indicator that there was something going on, because I think our latch is pretty good, and my nipples hadn't been sore for a while, since the very beginning of breastfeeding. Maybe like the first 3 days they were a little sore, but then after that they were fine, and over the weekend it sort of came back. So they're like red, and I have some sort of stabbing pains into my breast. So hopefully we're going to be able to knock this out pretty fast, and it won't, you know, affect our breastfeeding and the amount that she's able to eat and all that stuff. One kind of annoying thing is that we do have to wash with hot water sort of everything that comes in contact with her mouth and my breasts, and so we're going to be doing a lot of laundry. But hopefully we'll knock it out, like I said, pretty fast. I'll take anybody's tips. I know this is a pretty common thing, and I'm sure a lot of people out there have dealt with it. So if you have any real good advice to sort of resolve it quickly, I would appreciate it. And I'm going to put in another clip of Alice a little bit earlier this week being active and really cute. Right now she's fussy. Yeah, understandably, I guess. Probably her little mouth is bothering her. So that's our sort of 2-week update, and I'll keep you posted. Here she is, all clean and dressed. What are you going to do today? What do you want to do today? Just your tongue, baby. Let's see. Where's your white tongue? No? You won't show it. Okay, fine. Oh, there you go. There, you saw a little bit.